Hey guys, what is going on? Matt the Sasquatch here, and got a Reebok sneaker pickup here. This is a shoe that I've been wanting to get for the past maybe 9 months now. It's actually one of my grails, but I did not have it in my Snupps grail shelf because this is such a widely available shoe for the most part, but recently it got marked down to nearly half off. So I was finally able to pick it up at an extremely reasonable price of $68 including tax. This is not a grail just for the name behind the shoe, the colorway of the shoe, the physical shoe look itself, which I agree all three are fantastic. This is a grail because of the backstory behind the shoe, because of the fact it was unworn, should give you a big hint, and it's something that I can truly relate to. So let's just get right into this here. We have the Reebok Question Unworn. Let's just take one of these out of the box here and just have just a nice display piece. Why don't we? So Allen Iverson alone is one of my favorite basketball players of all time. The Question is one of my favorite shoes of all time, and this is definitely an out there a color with just the bright yellow and blue, which actually represents Golden State, which, if you know the backstory, this was supposed to be for the 2000 All-Star game, and it's just an overall just a really nice shoe that has also just some really good materials. But you guys have seen this a lot, but now comes the question of why is it a grail to me? If you do not know the backstory behind this shoe, this was made for the 2000 All-Star game for Allen Iverson, and he loved it. It represented the Golden State colors, which is where the All-Star game was being held at. And if you know anything about AI at all, he's now the reason why the NBA has a dress code. He really pushed the limits on just style and swagger in the NBA. He really pushed it all, and he really broke down most of the barriers. But at the time, in 2000, most of your shoes were still in basic colors with basically white or black bases. So this is something that was going to be brand new. It would have completely broken the ice on the sneaker game. The sneaker game might have started back in 2000 instead of more recently in the past like 8 years. But for some reason, and if you know Allen Iverson's personality, he's someone who really does not get peer pressured and will say whatever he wants and thinks the way he wants. But for some reason, he fell into the peer pressure from his teammates, and he did not wear these. Now, how does that relate to me? I was someone back in my elementary, almost basically through high school years, I constantly fell for peer pressure. I never felt included, and there were many things that I never did that I wish I had done because I was constantly peer pressured, and even early on in grade school, basically, do I even want to say the word? Bullied a little bit. Yeah, I actually was. So I definitely come from someone as well who was just peer pressured all the time, and I can definitely relate to how Allen Iverson felt that he wanted to wear these so badly, but for some reason his teammates just gave him a lot of crap and he just did not wear them. And I was kind of in that same boat a lot when I was young, and because of that there's a lot of things that I did not do that I wish I had done. So that's my story. Well, the small gist of it. You're gonna hear more on that in a future video that I'm still trying to write and to post. So let's call that the prologue, I think would be the correct term. But anyways, let's not end on a sad note. Let's just end this on a happy note. The shoes themselves are just fantastic. The materials are fantastic. And Finish Line still has these for $63 US. So if you want a pair, I will link them right down below so that way you can get a pair yourself before they are gone, because I think they are starting to now run out, as if I'm not mistaken, they are trying to now clear them out to bring in some new stuff. But that is it for this sneaker pickup. If you like this, click that thumbs up down below and leave a comment on what you think on this pair of shoes, or even the backstory, or even my story. If you're new here, please click that subscribe button. And as always, follow me everywhere on the internet.